Hello and welcome again on Stocks Advisors channel. In today's episode, we will talk about MoneyGram Incorporated, traded at Nasdaq, ticker name MGI. Well, it's a very interesting case because this stock, and actually it's company with rather small market capitalization, so it's about 456 millions capitalization, and therefore these kind of stocks might show very significant moves, also be very volatile in its action, and indeed that's what we saw today. Very nice trade of 18% almost, and finishing at 629, and also after hours still trading rather positively, let's say, well, 630, 625, so volatiling a bit, and still interesting how it will go further. So is it truly a reversive momentum, or it's just a kind of momentarily situation? So how to read it, how to understand, and why is it very interesting from a technical point of view? Well, to understand this, let's do a quick analysis here for MGI. First of all, we need to appreciate the move that we saw by end of September, beginning of October, this very nice upwards behavior, all three moving averages, especially starting from about 20th, 9th of October, went to so-called 20, 50 to 100 pattern when the stock is growing stably, and until this is the case, you are safe for mid-long term. And indeed, the price action was significant, almost more than 3 times we did grow in 2 months, very nice. But then after about 23rd of November, we saw a major decline, and then price level and price action pierced all the way down till 550. And as always, at our daily charts, we have 3 moving averages depicted here that will allow us easily to understand what's going on. These are moving average 20, 50, and 200, being green, blue, and red lines correspondingly. Here on the left, you see the legends. So these are these 3 lines, and actually once we had the maximum at about 24th of November, we see the price action was breaking downwards until we met the previous mix of volatility and support level in the face of moving average 50, and then tried to pierce higher. Go higher and pierce moving average 20 here, but again, as always, in these declining and situations when moving average 20 is bending downwards, moving average 20 worked as a wall, although slightly pierced, and then the price was dragged down again until we faced another support level here in the vicinity of 5, and then that's what we saw now, and then we see kind of volatiling, double wave, and now up. And this is very interesting situation because yesterday we saw a so-called magic cross down when moving average 20 hit from the top moving average 50, but as always, that's what some people miss. Not all magic cross down are really bad, and not all magic cross up are really good. So this is so-called example of delayed magic cross when price action already took down before the magic cross happens. And this usually works either as a decelerator of decline or momentarily very bullish. And that's indeed what happened. It was a decelerator on decline, and we see a bullish action. So also, if you look volume-wise, today it was much higher than in general, let's say, the standard noise volume. So it's very interesting action, and we see the price indeed moved high. But now the question is, what's next? Is it full reverse? And if yes, then how to play it, and if not, what could be happening next? And to understand this, we need to be carefully looking at the current chart situation. So first of all, what we see that it looks like that moving average 20 is bending upwards now and going to go higher, but we need to understand that this could be also a false situation, false bending, because the price action was high, yes, but also the volume was high. And usually when the volumes are too high, the bending might take place of moving average, but it's not really showing the momentum, because most important bendings are taking place at the normal or almost normal volumes and significant price action. Then it's really very bullish or bearish effects. But here, let's say it's still in the vicinity of moving average 20, 50, it's still undecisive. So these 2 moving averages are still in the vicinity of each other. But we have a very important pattern or possibly downwards channel formed here, and this we need to be very careful with, and it's clearly seen here, this channel R1. indeed it formed at 24th, 23rd of November, but also it was confirmed, and that's why you can see it was confirmed in the middle of December when the price was sitting there, although higher than moving average 20, but not able to pierce further. So looks like it's working as a very strong resist, as a strong ceiling from the top, and indeed that's the level we also stopped today, as you can see. So it indeed worked today as well. So this is kind of the top of the downwards channel that is formed now, and could be indeed continuing this way. And now you might ask yourself, okay, what's then the bottom of the channel? Is it still there, or is it opening channel? Like what can we say here? And of course, in that sense, yeah, it's a bit tricky situation, because moving average 20 and 50 might still play around each other here. So continuing something maybe like this and like that. So the price action will be really indecisive from their point of view, and situation could be also very similar to what we saw previously here when also moving averages were very close to each other in September. So it's most important then to understand that R1 ceiling could be very strong here. And if you start looking for other possible levels, you can see there is another lower part of the channel is formed, and this we can call R2. And indeed, this one was also confirmed many times, and it looks like we are just sitting in this declining channel now. So it looks like a new channel is formed, because previously we saw the trend that was going high. So this one, and now we see it's changing actually to that one. So we had the trend, let's say T2, T1 we can call it, and now we have a trend R1, R2, which is downwards trend. And of course, with this having said, of course it still could be pierced. You never know if there is a positive catalyst, but then it's completely non-technical discussion here. But technically speaking, we might still slightly pierce it or sit at R1 level a few days, but it's most advised, and let's say most expected and advised, to wait the decline, and actually the best entry would be anywhere in the vicinity of R2, and then we need to look the first possible support levels where we can buy. So first of all, we have this first line S1, the green line, and of course other support levels that can be seen here are in these areas. So let's draw them. It's this one, and then it's this one, and then the very strong one, of course, here. So with these lines being here, you can see, let's call them S2, S3, and S4, that they are also becoming more dense, slower, and therefore the best opportunity to enter would be at the lower level. But the first opportunity to enter would be the immediate decline when the price goes down below 5 until 450. So in this 10% area between S1 and S2 channel. So this would be the first entry opportunity. Should the price decline further, then of course you can take some time. And also there is another level you can clearly see, it's this one. So even S5, which makes it a bigger channel. So once we have S5, once we have the price declining further, anything in the vicinity of R2, even piercing slightly, would be a very strong call to buy for this stock if it's taking place. And of course, as always, we do discuss very better situations possible here as well. So this would be the final level. If anything happens or the price pierces there, then it's obvious the final support line, which most probably will not take place. But as always, we discuss, this would be S6, S7. Very rare, but still need to keep it in mind. This would be the final, if needed, average down here. But most probably it won't happen, because if you look more carefully, the moving average 200, this red line is also will be in the vicinity of S3, S4. S3, S5 level, so the second dark circle. So it will be like a triple support here, very, very strong. Therefore, it's most expected here to reverse. Also, of course, we can also do volatile reverse at the first level as well. And as always, it would be advised then to sell at R1 if no positive catalyst come again, because it might change the trend, overall trend, and then it could be this something like this. This being T2, T1, this being R1, R2, and then we might form a new trend later, but we need some serious reversal move from that. So it's still unclear when it will happen. So therefore, the current trade will be between R1, R2. And with this having said, it's advised to buy with 1-2-2 strategy, meaning the funds you would like to play here, you can split in 5. Then you can already buy with 1 portion, average down first time with 2 portions, again average down with 2 portions if needed, according to the entry positions discussed here with dark circles. This way it will be the best optimization of profit versus loss, and it will be purely technical, so very interesting stock. Also, as I said at the beginning, with a rather small market capitalization below 500 million, so it could be there for very quick moving in both directions. So if you are smart technical here, you can do significant profit on the trade. Again, don't be too greedy. As always, sell in time, and there are always other opportunities at our channel. You can always check new videos, also older videos, because the situations discussed there still could be just about to happen and you will be in time to play. I would rather be like that, trading confidently many times, multiple times positively, than trying to become rich from one trade. Usually that's the recipe for disaster. It's never working. So with this having said, good luck with MGI. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you're first time viewing this video, and see you at another episode of Stocks Advisor channel.